Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Pharaoh, the guy always on the job. I got 5 Let's Talk. As always, it's real talk, raw talk. And you know, it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another mother friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Damn charger, man. I need to get a new charger. I keep saying I'm gonna get a new one. I never do. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. Yeah, man. Today, what's on the topic, man? Charlie Kirk Part 4. Was he really a victim, though? Was he really a victim? There's a lot of talk going on about, people are getting fired from their jobs because they said the wrong thing about Charlie. They didn't honor him, or they made disparaging comments against him. That doesn't mean that you fire someone. That ain't what that means. Was Charlie a victim of what? Because in Charlie's words, not mine, Trayvon Martin was not a victim. He was a perpetrator. According to Charlie, Trayvon Martin hunted down George Zimmerman. According to Charlie, George Floyd's death had nothing to do with race. So if Charlie could believe in that and say that they brought that on themselves, Charlie brought this on himself. Charlie knew exactly what deep state America was about. Charlie knew what type of people the Zionist Israel state has. He knew this, but he responded otherwise. And that's what he said about Trayvon Martin. He said Trayvon Martin knew he was hunting Zimmerman down, and that's why Zimmerman killed him. We all know from the police tapes that when Zimmerman called the police, Zimmerman did not say nothing about Trayvon Martin hunting him down. He said he was following a black youth. The police told him to stop pursuing and let the proceed take place, and let the police come in and do what they got to do. Did Charlie's famous friend Zimmerman allow that to happen? I don't think so. If he did, I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't. So on that note, according to his own words, how do you feel sorry for somebody that knew what he was getting into? I'm glad a black person didn't kill him so they could say it was racist. White on white violence, as I've always said, is American as cherry pie. As hamburgers. Charlie, let's be clear, Charlie was no victim. Not by a long shot. According to his own words, Charlie was no victim. Not at all. Charlie said that the black fathers choose to leave the household. You say Charlie was progressive, but he wasn't progressive when it came to blacks. But that was all right. Charlie was progressive. His racist antics is what got him killed. He's no victim. Honor him for what? What the did he do? Instead of just telling people where transgender come from, who started it, that would have been more in line for dialogue. Not the way that Charlie went to the campuses debating children. All right, you don't want to call them children? College students, still developing minds. Especially at this time, the ones that's going there to debate you are the ones that are having thought process. They're thinking about things. So now you're coming in, Charlie, destroying their minds in an evil way with truth. That doesn't sit well. That don't sit well with nobody. How do you? That must be John 3:16 in the comments. That gotta be John. Is that John 3:16? Oh no. Hey, I see my boy up in here. What up with the YBMF coaches? ENT. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, Sticky Finger. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to the guys always on the job, man. Thank you for always tuning in and always being here, man. Zimmerman was no victim, man. I mean, Charlie was no victim. And Zimmerman was no victim. Charlie tried to paint Zimmerman as a victim. He was no victim. We heard the 911 calls. So if Charlie doesn't be progressive on that, how do you ask the black community to be progressive on Charlie's death? I'll wait. I'll wait. For a person to be so progressive, but then he sits up here and says that George Floyd's death wasn't caused by race. But we all know George Floyd and the police worked at the same bar together. We all know that the white cop was starting shit with black people all the time, and it was George Floyd that went over there to calm everything down. Oh, that's hearsay. But wait, the bar owner is a white woman, and she comes out and says that the police officer was a total asshole. And him and George Floyd always got into it. He had a thing out for George Floyd. But then you tell me, Charlie, that his he just hated him. Well, why was he always getting into it with the black people? That's what I want to know. You want to paint this man as some type of hero, folklore hero, progressive, outspoken racist? That's what he was. He learned how to be racist without calling you a nigger. He learned how to be racist without calling you a spick, a wetback, a kike. He did that continuously and profusely. He even said that the things of him going against Israel is going to get him killed. It wasn't because of what he said, it's because of how he went about saying it. He started to poke the bear, the sleeping bear. He started to poke the beehive. Why you don't call into some professionals and just hey, man, it's a beehive over here. Y'all need to get that. Hey, man, them Yahoodis, them Jews over there, they connected to X, Y, and third. All right, I'm out of here. But Charlie wanted to go hard in the paint. Charlie wanted to go hard in the paint. Charlie is no victim. Charlie said he knew he could be killed for the shit he was saying. People say he died for what he believed in. And if you die for what you believe in, that's right. Well, gang members die for what they believe in every day. We've been seeing it go viral in the metaverse. But then they say them people are stupid, fighting over a street that no one owns. Charlie's dumb for saying he's progressive, but he's not. See, white males can get away with spreading rhetoric, hate, homophobia, as long as they're in the good graces of the people. The same people that was backing him or wanted to back him is the same people that's backing Trump, the Zionist state of Israel. It ain't no clue. A lot of people could see the truth. They know it's the truth. They could even argue it as the truth. But will they say it's the truth? No, they won't. No, they won't. And this is the thing. People, we are in a time where someone dies and that's famous now, you got to buy tickets to go to their funeral. Whatever happened to just having a regular ass funeral? You want everybody to come, have it at the stadium. You don't, you have the funeral. But why hold a funeral for a gang of movie stars and celebrities and shit to come? It's clout chasing. Charlie was clout chasing to try to become the president. Y'all didn't see what Charlie was doing because you was too blind. Charlie had one of the biggest youth political organizations. He was the head of it in America. He said he was going to do everything in his power to get J.D. Vance elected to become president after Trump. But if he was going after Trump for being in bed with Israel, that got to mean J.D. Vance was too. And is. Charlie was no victim. I'm going to continue to say it. See, this is the thing where people are going to say it's racist, say, oh, you're spreading hate. Where is the love when something happens to black people? Where is the outspoken certainty for black people? Where is the laws to help a crippling nation within America? There is none. And then people say, oh, man, people can't make no laws about, you know what I'm saying, just for blacks. They did it for Indians. They did it for Asians. They did it for transgenders. They did it for gays. They did it for Mexicans. Where's the blacks? And this was the progressive person that you want me to believe that's progressive? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like I said before, man. Oh, have some respect. He was killed in front of thousands of people. So was Martin Luther King. So was Malcolm X. It's a shame that people die for what they believe in, or people get killed for what they believe in. But this is the sad reality of where we live because of who we pick to govern us. We're not picking nobody to govern us that actually has a heart for humanity. We're putting people in the places to govern us that are greedy, that are racist. that push an agenda that goes against the normality of the way of life. Everybody was so up in roar. Oh, Charlie's talking about transgenders. But where was all that energy when he was lying on the black nation? Where was all that energy? Where is it now? Everybody wants to, oh man, you need to come and support us, black people. But where's our support? Like I said the other day, where's our black Jesus? Okay, you want to believe in Jesus, fine. Where is our black Jesus? You know Jesus was black, so why you ain't got a picture of that black nigga in your house? Because you scared to go outside of the abnormal. Everybody says common sense isn't common anymore. Abnormal is normal. Normal is weird. How do we do that? There's nothing that Charlie said that really helped push America forward. Even though he exposed the dealings with Israel and he exposed all of this, but what was that really for? Let's see something. You need some help? I mean, please feel free to indulge in the comment section, man. Let me know your intakes, your thoughts on the situation. You know, do you feel Charlie was a racist? You know, let me know how you feel. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm kind of need to run to the store, maybe, man, for a motherfucking blazing. But yeah, man, Charlie. Man, I'm just gonna keep saying it. Charlie wasn't no victim, and I should be all right with saying that. People shouldn't be, oh, he's a bad guy. He wasn't no victim. You. When you know that what you're doing is gonna get you killed, you are no victim. You're a racist. You're like, I don't know, man. What you want me to say about Charlie? Everybody is all feeling so bad. Like I said, man, it's a million things going on right now. What about all them little black kids that went missing? Anybody talking about that? You see boots on the ground for that. You see memorial services for that. You see any outrage about that? But let Charlie tell it, them little kids walked away from home because they was hungry, or they was getting abused, or they daddy left. Couldn't tell you. Cause Charlie, yeah,